I'm Debbie Cottier. I'm a proud Gunditjmara woman. My ancestors are the Kerrip-Jumara, the people of the lake, from southwestern Victoria.
My name is Shannon Burke. I'm a Garawa woman. My mob's from remote NT Borroloola Way. I was born and raised in southwest Victoria.
Hi, my name is Tom Kazali. I'm a proud Noongar man and I'm the assistant principal of Katandra School in Ormond. It's a lovely little school. We have students who are identified with a mild to severe intellectual disability.
My name is Alinta Williams. Sometimes I go by Alinta Idles Williams. I come from Canberra originally. I've been living in Melbourne for about 6 years and I'm a proud Ngunnawal woman, and I was lucky enough to grow up in two worlds really, having a Ngunnawal father and an Australian mother.
My career in education has spanned about 30 plus years, and I have been a union member for that 30 years. And this is the first time that the union has actually reached out to us as Koori members and asked us to come together. And I'm really thinking this is the right time for us to share our voice.
I've always been a union member wherever I've worked, so I had some people reach out to join the meetings of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander members, and as soon as I did that I thought, why haven't I been involved in this earlier? And so we were able to come to an agreement that we really needed to get as many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander members together as possible to share stories, to give voice to people that perhaps felt like they weren't sure where they fit in to the AEU.
It took me a while to find other Aboriginal members and just creating that safe place for Aboriginal people within the union and know that our values and our issues are heard and acknowledged and supported. It can often be quite lonely being an Aboriginal teacher in the education system as a whole. You might be the only Aboriginal teacher there, and quite often like the education system in general isn't the safest place for Aboriginal people. It hasn't been designed for us to thrive in, and I guess the forum for me is about us coming together and checking out who each other are and forming those connections and building that community because we're stronger together.
Well, I'm just happy to get into a room and meet others and then have at least a list of names in my head of who else is around that I could reach out to and support or reach out to and ask for support from.
Oh, I think we're all in person today, aren't we? Something that I've missed my whole career is really that opportunity to connect with other people who work in education. So I don't know if the person up the road, or the school up the road has a Koori staff member. I don't know that. So I think we need to change that. And possibly even bigger than that, help the AEU think about the actions they can take as an organisation to support all the Koori members, but most importantly, ensure that they're actually being looked after in order to make the difference to the kids. So, you know, our Koori kids are our next leaders. Remember, we were talking about the stolen generation.
Oh yeah, I'm also Aboriginal, so I was very curious.
You were very curious, weren't you?
How would you feel if someone in your family did get taken away?
It's a great question. Can I ask you that question instead? How do you think you'd feel?
I would feel very angry because I have a lot of family members and I'm very close with all of them.
Yes, so do I.
Even the annoying ones.
We've got Aboriginal perspectives in our curriculums, but from school to school that can look very different, and ensuring that all children get the same or similar outcomes or similar histories or stories told is really important for me. It shouldn't matter what school your child goes to. So yeah, just hearing like from other educators how they see those things playing out in schools and how we can advocate harder for ensuring that our stories and our mob are seen and heard in schools.
I definitely have some ideas about directions, and you know, one thing is there's no Aboriginal organiser at AEU Vic and there isn't a committee currently, so I think that would be incredible goals to have and achieve. Obviously these things take time, so you know, I'm willing to be around in that time for as long as it takes to sort of have that representation and make AEU Vic a culturally safe place where everyone feels welcome.
I feel very unqualified a lot of times to be able to speak on anything because not my country, and I have a lot of disconnection there and gaps in my knowledge. So what I would say is don't be afraid to come along and just to listen and hear what other people have to say. That's a lot of what I do, is in particular in these forums where we have people around us who are just such great leaders. I do a lot of listening, and that's really important for me because I still feel like I'm still building knowledge, I'm still building understanding, and I want to hear from others.
I think it's really important to have that collective voice come and be there on the day or decide to get involved in another way, because the more people, the stronger we are, the more voices we have, the more ideas we have, the more we can get done together. And I think the more people there, the more change we can make.